3 streams of cash flow formula. I'm going to break this down real simple for you. I only talked about this once ever in my life on live, and I'm just going to break it down. Average millionaire has 3 different streams of income. The average broke person, or even just middle class, even high income people have 1 stream of income. A lot of people have 0 when they're unemployed. I've had 0 streams of income. I've had 1. I'd love one day to be like Warren Buffett. He has 92 streams of income. I've gotten to 18 streams of income, but I'm not even close to Mr. Warren Buffett. So if you can build multiple streams of income, which I'm going to show you, my goal is, by the way, I've set a goal for myself. It's an insane goal. I have no idea if I can pull it off. I think I can pull off some of the goal, but my goal is I want to show 1 million people, or I want to help 1 million people around the world have 3 streams of cash flow. That's my goal. Now, I'm starting 1,000. I want to start with 1,000. I like to set my goals in laws of you add a 0. So 1,000 people I want to get in the next 60 days to have 3 different streams of cash flow. It's a lofty goal. Then once I hit that, 10,000 people. Then after that, 100,000. And then finally, years from now, or a few years from now, try to attempt this 1 million person. So if you're watching this, pay close attention. I got about 45 minutes. That's how long it's going to take. I can't do it any faster. People are like, hey, can you teach me? My number 1 question is, Ty, DM, what's the secret to making money? I'm like, well, I don't know if there's exactly one secret. There's multiple secrets. I already gave you a big secret that you should diversify your income. So let's draw this out. This is important. If you click off of this, get distracted, do other stuff, you can go, if you're on Instagram, it's hard to watch, you can go watch it on YouTube Live or Facebook or whatever. But take a little bit of time. I know everybody's busy in the modern world, but you're not so busy that you don't want to increase your income and you don't want to increase how much money's in your bank account. If that's your goal, watch this, okay? I'm doing this for 7 days, okay? 7 days. And so, yeah, pay attention because it's going to be gone here. I'm giving you an opportunity, just like I did with my social media marketing agency. The first people who got in had it so much easier. Literally now, hundreds of thousands of people are trying to build social media marketing agencies. I've trained over 50,000 people to do it. I've trained more than anyone else in the world. I own the trademark SMMA, social media marketing agency, in the United States, and I think we have it in the UK too. So I can tell you what I'm about to teach you is more powerful than that. So you want to get in early. That's, by the way, one of the secrets to making money. Get in early. Jeff Bezos got on the internet selling in 1994. I promise you that was good. What's up?
To cut Facebook and start over again.
Okay.
It's on Adrian's.
Start. Everything else okay?
Yep.
Facebook is annoying. Okay. Let's get into the training. Is it realistic? Is it realistic that you could have 3 streams? Well, first of all, you've got to understand why it's important. And you have to understand it's not just any streams of income. For example, let's say you own a restaurant and you also own a little food cart, okay? And you also have, I don't know, you sell ice cream at the fair. I don't even know how to draw ice cream. That's not 3 different streams of income. Because if something happens in the food business, these are all in the same industry. So these are related industries. If all of a sudden, let's just say, for example, there's a recession, which I expect will be coming relatively soon. If there's a recession, people don't eat out as much because they're broke. Well, if that happens, guess what? They're not going to go to your restaurant, your food truck, or your ice cream stand. So it's very important that when I talk about 3 streams of income, you understand which type of streams of income count and which don't. A lot of stream of income that people count as streams of income don't count. They have the same business, just like a slightly different product or something. Okay, so we got to understand that. I feel like a college professor here. You lower that just a teeny. I got it on like an inch. So here's what I recommend. First, let's break it down. What they should have taught us all in school, but they forgot, okay? Yeah, come down just a tad. Yeah, there you go. That's better. Not so much. Okay. So number one, what are the types? What are the types of streams of income you can have? Anybody know? Let me read some comments. Let me pull up. Can you pull it up on Instagram on your phone? I'll read some Insta comments. I can see YouTube's here. Somebody said email, stocks, real estate. This is why I don't count the stock market for most people. The stock market is a passive investment. I'm talking about 3 active streams. What I mean by that is if you invest in the stock market, you can just wake up one day and Apple stock can drop, or Uber stock, which just dropped. And you can't call the owner of the business and be like, yo, fix it so my stocks go up. So it's passive. When you have an active flow of income, something goes wrong, you go into the stream of income and you work on it yourself. So stock market doesn't count. Currency trading, maybe. Residual. Okay, so let me break it out broad and then I'm going to get specific. Some of you like broad, big picture. Some of you like, Ty, just tell me the specifics. So there's 3 types in the whole world. You have physical products. Okay. Now so this is like Walmart or I don't know, Whole Foods. Some physical things you buy, clothing, right? Levi jeans. Now, those businesses have been around basically since the last couple thousand years. People have been buying stuff, food at the market, whatever. So that's one of the oldest sources of cash flow. But now you have a new one called digital. Okay. So with digital products, they've been around longer than you think, because think of Disney. Walt Disney started Disney like 100 years ago. They had movies. You didn't hold a physical product. You went in and sat and watched something. Now you have Netflix. You don't really get anything anymore. You have Disney. You have Audible. Like you download an audio version of a physical book. So I recommend you should have one stream of income, ideally in the next 60 days, from a physical product, because that's old school. It's going to work. It's been working. I recommend you have a digital product that you sell. Why? Because it's more cutting edge, and cutting edge things have better profit margins. The third thing, and this is a key one, okay, this is a key one. Third is services. Now, here's where this gets people make mistakes, because the easiest business to launch is a service business. Physical business, you have to like have inventory. If you're selling food, you have to have like 1,000 tomatoes, right? Digital, you have to understand the internet, and that's hard for most people. And you need servers, and you need programmers, and you need web designers and all that. The beauty of services, you could go out tomorrow and offer to mow the grass of your next door neighbor, build a little landscaping company. In fact, there was a kid who follows me. He's probably making, I don't know, $10,000 a month. He's got all his friends working for him. He's built out, like he's got like 100 lawns or something that he charges $100. So he makes 10 grand. He pays his subcontractors like $4 grand and $5 grand. He keeps $5 grand. But there's a problem. So services, you can do it to individuals. Like you can just walk to your next individual household. You can walk to your next door neighbor. Right now, if you needed a stream of income, I remember when I was 16, one of my first businesses was this neighbor wanted his lawn. I don't even know what the heck was wrong with the guy, but he was like OCD. He wanted sticks picked up, because every time there was is in North Carolina, there was a big wind, the trees would obviously, branches would fall. He wanted to look out his backyard and see no sticks in the woods, which is, looking back, I'm like, this dude was probably had some mental issues, but I made money. My stream of income was like $5 an hour or whatever. But the problem with it is individual people don't have much money. You're never going to I couldn't have ever charged that guy, hey, pay me $10,000 a month to keep your yard up. Nobody's going to pay that. But so individual services, you can do, and most people make the mistake of going into individual services. But business services, the average business owner is spending $1,000 to $10,000 a month on marketing, for example. They have employees. They have a bigger bank balance. They either borrow money from family or friends or a bank to start the business. Just to get in the restaurant business, for the most part, you need about 250 grand. If you're going to open a restaurant like in New York City, I was looking at a restaurant and some Australians had it and then they went out of business, but they had borrowed like 250 grand from their parents to start a physical restaurant. But as we said, anyway, that business owner, before they were bankrupt, you could have walked in and offered them a service. So that's what I taught people in 2016. Understand, for the last 4 years or 3.5 years, what I've been training people on is this right here, which has transformed people. Let me just show you. Every single day I get these crazy testimonials from people. They send in pictures of the checks. They're like legit testimonials. I'm sure some people slip in false ones, but look at this guy right here. His name's, you can even follow, Phillips Berg on Instagram. Phillips Berg. He goes, just Ty, you read I sent you messages a year ago. I was desperate. I'm happy to tell you that last week I signed a $7,500 a month plus 15% rev client. That means he gets 15% of their revenue. That puts me at almost $15,000 a month from only my social media service business. Thank you for helping me start my journey. And here are pictures. He says he's managed $400,000 in ad spend since taking my course for businesses. They give him money to spend. Here he put screenshots of Facebook. It's cool. So he's making, let me see the first text I ever got from this guy. Let me actually pull up my real, that's a screenshot. Let me pull up my real one. Here it is. I followed him today. He posted, he's very happy. He said, can you please follow me? Okay, let's go back here to the beginning. May 21st. This guy didn't even live in America. America is the biggest opportunity to do these three, but it works anywhere. As long as there's humans and it's not a communistic country or something. In May 2016, he said, hey, I live in Stockholm, Sweden. Is it possible to meet you? And then I just said, because I was visiting Sweden then. I was giving a talk. So this is interesting. October 13th, October 2016 is when I launched the social media marketing. I said, we have it open till Sunday. And he said, I have no idea how, but almost the exact amount of money I needed was in my account. I just got a spot. That's 2016. 3 years later, he's doing $15,000 a month. That's good money. People go to college for like 10 years to try to figure out how to make $15,000 a month is almost 200 grand a year. I don't know how old he is, but he looks like he's probably 25. So this stuff works, I'm teaching you, but I got something better. I always challenge myself. Look, I helped crazy amount of people create one source of income. Now, other people kept their job and then launched a business service on the side, but I also know the weakness of what I've been teaching people in the last 3-4 years. I know what doesn't work. And there's certain things that I taught that work, but there's an easier way to get the same result. Everything I taught still works now. It's more saturated, but it's still plenty of opportunity, but you got to work harder. Right now, for those of you watching, I'm going to make you an offer you can't refuse. Isn't that from The Godfather or whatever? I'll make you an offer you can't refuse. I mean, you can refuse it, but you'll be like, I don't want to refuse it. It's funny that guy put in his last penny. Sometimes people go, oh, Ty, are you taking people's last penny? Well, I tell people, don't put in your last penny if you're like, kids are going to go starving. But you get what you pay for in life. You know, people go, oh, Ty, I could just watch a free YouTube video and learn everything. My social media marketing agency program had 50 hours of training for myself and top agency owners. You're not going to get that on YouTube. You think they're going to spill all their secrets for free? If you believe that, I got a bridge to sell you. Okay, so how can I make this easier? Because right now, is it realistic for you to go out in the next 60 days? Because I want to get you to 3 streams of income in the next 60 days. 3 streams, not counting your job. I mean, you could count your current job if you want to. That'd be 4 streams of income. Remember, 3 is what the average millionaire has. The average person in the rest of the world has 0 to 1 stream of income. Okay? Working 2 jobs doesn't really count as 2 streams of income for the most part, because most of the time people have 2 types of jobs. They're both subject to the vagaries of a recession. I'm talking about broadly diverse streams of income that protect you when a coming recession comes, because it's going to come. I've been telling people, I've called it right for the last couple of years. I called the London real estate market. I called the New York real estate market. I'm telling you, it's not, you don't have to be that much of a genius to see what goes up must go down. Economies in the U.S. is peaking. Other countries are starting to crash. Oftentimes the U.S. follows these other countries or vice versa. So I would recommend you do this in the next 60 days, not only because it's a great goal. Let's say 67 days since I launched the 67 steps. They say it takes on average 67 days to change your life, to change your habits. So let's say the next 60, 67 days. If you could get 3 streams of income, I'll tell you how you can't do it. Because I've had people try. They go, Ty, I love this. I'm going to go launch a physical product. I'm going to sell drop ship clothing on Facebook. I'm also going to sell a digital product. I'm going to sell a download of an ebook or something like that on Amazon. Okay, that's 2. And I'm going to do business services. I'm going to help businesses with their marketing. I've never seen somebody launch 3 successfully in even 1 year or 2 years. My story, when I got started, I had 0 streams of income. I was basically homeless. I was sleeping on a couch in a mobile home. If you count that a home, I wasn't homeless. But besides that, I was homeless. No money in my bank account, $47 in my bank account, a junky car that I was afraid to drive because basically I thought it might fall in half, fall apart while I was on the freeway. No college degree. I didn't have any business skills, and I felt lost, and I was broke on top of that. Feeling lost, there's rich people who are lost. It's better to be rich and feel lost than be poor and feel lost. Now you got a double whammy, and that's most of the world now feels financial stress. They feel poor. Even if you're making 50 to 100 grand in the world now, you could still feel poor. If you got kids or you got other people you got to take care of, you've got college debt you're paying off, 50 grand is the average income in America, the richest country in the world. And guess what? People can't live on 50 grand. So for me, I started experiencing financial freedom. I figured out 2 streams of income. There was nobody teaching this when I got started, but I just kind of bumbled into it. I mean, I had read a lot. And so I kind of knew about Warren Buffett, that he had back then he had 40 streams of income. And I was like, I'm going to have 2. So I got into this is my second phase of business. I'll talk about my first phase and how it's applicable to you in a second. But my second phase of business, I launched a financial planning company with a guy named John Dewar. It's still in business. We owned it 50-50. I sold him my half when I moved from North Carolina to California. But we had 6,000 clients in 50 states. I used the internet I was basically the first person to use the internet to generate leads for the financial industry, probably in the world. Maybe there was one other person. This was in 2002. So it was a long time ago. And I started as a teenager. People don't realize that. So I launched that business. He did the financial planning. I was basically the marketer. And then I also got in the nightclub business with a guy named Giorgio Bataxias. He still owns restaurants all in Chapel Hill, Durham, Raleigh. And I started opening up nightclubs. And I'm not counting, I had 4 nightclubs going, but I don't count that as 4 streams of income. Do you remember why I don't count that as 4 streams of income? I need my $100 to start handing out to people. Somebody said, I love this training. Somebody said, my brother, I only go with my God in heaven. I don't know what that means. You're typing in the wrong chat. People just type me things.
Has anybody seen my socks?
You're the GOAT. I've been following you for 2 years. Guys, what does number 3 say? Business services. Sorry about mine. Okay, yes, it's in the same industry. Okay, so I had two streams of income, widely different. When the recession happened and people didn't go to nightclubs, more people, we had products in our financial, we were doing things like annuities and things that people actually put their money in during recession. So one of my businesses went down, the other one went up, and vice versa. In fact, those businesses, the good news was when the recession came, one stayed up, one went down. When there wasn't a recession, they both rose. So you got 75% of the benefit. It's pretty good. But I wish somebody had told me what I'm telling you right now. Like, the real money is getting that third stream of income. The real safety from recession, the real safety from financial pressure is that third one. And I didn't know that till years later. So I figured out how to make six figures, and I had that two streams of income. But then when I finally got three streams of income is when I started making more than $1 million a year. That was the key defining moment. Okay, I went online and we launched social networks. We got in, we realized, like, it was back when MySpace was big. So we went digital. So I still had nightclubs. I still had the financial business, went digital. And that was the first time when I made over $100,000 a month. And I got that up to about $400,000 a month. Then I added another stream of income, consulting. Then, you keep going. Real estate I added back in 2006, I think. So that real estate's another stream of income. It's a physical, sometimes I wasn't a real estate agent. I was buying physical properties. Okay. In fact, I just sold one of those properties that I had bought in 2006. I just sold it for the heck of it. And I was just looking, one of the pieces of real estate I have, the property manager, I haven't seen that piece of property in probably a decade. I got to put a new air conditioner unit in. Her name's Leslie. She emailed me, Ty, we need a new air conditioner. But you know what? That house has been making me money. I haven't even seen it for 10 years. It's near Crabtree Mall in Raleigh, North Carolina. That's a physical. So I had three streams of income. I got to 7 figures. 8 figures, okay, which is 10 million or more a year. I have multiple businesses that do that. And that to get to 8 figures, I started adding more streams of capital. But I don't want to confuse this because most of you aren't that level. And you don't really need to, look, listen, take it from me. I've tried it from being broke to, one of my businesses done over 100 million bucks. So I can tell you the whole spectrum. You don't need to make 8 figures. You could. Some of you have big ambitions. But if you could get to $1 million to $3 million in revenue with 30% profit margins and you keep your costs down, you can live a badass life. I mean, a badass life. You can have diversified streams of income. You can delegate the business. You don't have to be freaking out every day. No alarm clock. Like, I'm on my farm right now. This is my office when I'm on my farm in Virginia. And man, it's nice. I wake up when I want to. It's so quiet. If you've been watching my Instagram, I swear I just slept better. In the last week, I've slept better. Manhattan, I got a home. I have homes in Manhattan, Beverly Hills. I go to London, Miami, and Toronto now. But I don't sleep as good as I sleep here. And what all makes it possible is understanding these. Now, here, let me get into this because I got to go soon. Okay. Here's the kicker. I've been talking a little bit long. It's very hard, if not impossible, for you to pull this off in the next 60 days. I'm going to try to finish up in the next 10 or 15 minutes. Hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second. I got to check with one person. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to give you one secret word that will allow you to realistically build 3 different streams of income. One, without this word, I promise you, you're going to lose a lot of money in the next 67 days. For those of you who listen to this one word and actually make it part of your life, next 67 days can be the most dramatic revolution financially for you. I'm not saying that lightheartedly, okay? So here's the secret word. Partner. You will never build 3 good streams of income in 60 days or even 1 year if you build them all by yourself. So here's what I recommend. This is what I did. Find somebody who already is making $1 million or more with a business, okay? And partner with them. Get a split of the revenue you refer to them. Notice this. You find a business owner who's making over $1 million in a physical product, in a digital product, and in a business service. Remember, I like business services the most. You partner with them. You ask them for a split for every person you refer. Now, some of you will go, oh, well, you're oversimplifying it. No, I'm not. The richest man in the world, Amazon, Jeff Bezos. Okay, richest person alive, at his peak, 150 billion. You know what he did? He's got a business that's worth $1 trillion, and he has hundreds of thousands of store partners. They build their store on Amazon, and he's $1 trillion. Okay, this is the Jeff Bezos formula, by the way. Notice, not only did it make Jeff Bezos rich, but it made a ton of people rich. If you've seen on my social media, Liz, she teaches in my Amazon course. She makes $500,000 a month. Net's about $100,000. She's down in Miami living the dream. She's got that. She has a digital product that she does, and she has business services. She has at least 3 streams of income. She sells household items, and that's her. She makes like $5 million a year doing that, and then I'm not sure how much she makes in business services, but I'm sure it's a lot of money. And she partnered with Jeff Bezos. The thing about Amazon, I have an Amazon course, and I love Amazon, but you got to know how to do it. You need inventory for the most part. There are things you can do, but in general, you need like $30,000 ideally to start on Amazon. Again, you can do it with $0 in your pocket. What I'm about to show you, you can for sure do with $0. You don't have to buy inventory or product. Okay, and so that's it. Here's my homework for you. When you get off this call, go talk to a business owner. 3 of them. You need 3 business owners. Unless one happens to do all physical, digital, and services. And just go to them and say, yo, I'll refer people to you as a partner, split money with me. If you know 3 business owners doing over $1 million, ideally maybe 10 million. The reason you want them to be doing over $1 million is because they're not going to split a percentage with you. So if they're only doing $100,000 in a year, that's only going to be like a stream of income that's maybe $5,000 or $10,000 your cut. They're not going to just instantly cut you in as 50-50 business partners. They don't even know who you are. You know what I'm saying? So somebody wrote, sell your body, make big money. You ain't going to make big money selling your body.
Partner with Ty.
Yeah. Don't partner with me on that business. So the simplest thing, there's 2 options that you have now before I leave. You can go 2 paths. This is a 1 million person challenge that I have. I'm not going to hit the whole million right away, but I want to get 1,000 people for now. Okay. 1,000 people this week. I've got it open for 7 days. What I call a gold partnership with me. I have businesses in all 3 of those industries or types: physical, digital, business service. All 3 I have, and I have big businesses in those areas. Okay. The other option is for you to find local people. If you know local business owners, go for it. If you happen to be lucky and your dad's rich, your mom's rich, partner with them. Donald Trump did it. Worked out for him. And I'm not knocking people who have parents who partner with them. Donald Trump's dad co-signed a loan for $100 million for him. That's in a partnership. He got a percentage of cut in exchange for his signature. That helped Donald Trump. And now Donald Trump, as a president, like him or hate him, the way it worked. See what I'm saying? It worked. If you hate Donald Trump, then you're like, wow, it really worked. If you think Donald Trump's stupid, you'll be like, wow, that partnership with his dad really worked out for him because he has a lot of money in his bank account. If you love Donald Trump, you'll be like, well, it definitely worked out because he's the most powerful person in the world right now, president of the United States. He partnered. Me, when I started my first business as a teenager, my first real business besides like a lemonade stand when I was 5 or something, was I partnered with my first mentor, Joel Salatin. That's what got me, by the way, creating this cash flow, this gold level cash flow partnership that I'm opening up right now. Okay. It's going to be open for 7 more days. Then I'm going to close the gold deal. And so when I was 19, I had one stream of income, a job. And then Joel Salatin, I partnered with him. He put in the money. He built the business. I ran it. And my cut was $12,000. But between that $12,000 at the end of the year profit plus other money that I had saved from my job, that's what got me launched, because I went and traveled around the world, met 5 different millionaire mentors that got me to the next level. Like, you go up kind of like a stair step. So the goal, here's how the gold partnership works. This is the key. And I've saved the best for last for the people who are serious and are paying attention, and everybody else who just watches for 10 seconds, they're not serious. So listen to this. Right now, this is why this works, what I'm about to share with you. This is an MLM. This is not network marketing. I'm not in network marketing. I think I should get into MLM, network marketing, but I've never done it. So this is not that. This isn't like you get one person in and then like 1,000. This is simple. Every single day, me, my businesses, multiple businesses, like 5 different businesses, okay? I send money to Mark Zuckerberg every single day. I send money to Google, big corporations. I'm talking like 10 million bucks, okay, a year. A lot of money, 8 figures, more than that. But I like to under exaggerate. 10 million bucks I spent. I'd rather share that with you. My goal in life is not to make Mark Zuckerberg richer, or Sergey Brin and Larry Page, who own Google, or Evan Spiegel, who's basically the youngest male billionaire in the world, who owns Snapchat. I send Snapchat money. I send, Jack on Twitter. I send him money. Social media is just making the rich richer. Think about it. The real beneficiaries of social media has been Mark Zuckerberg, worth over $60 billion. He's not even 35, I don't think. I think he's like 33 or 34. It's made Larry Page and Sergey Brin. They have an island. I have a friend who's a billionaire, and they're like, yeah, I have an island next to the Google owners. They're buying their own islands, and they're doing it off the backs of you, and they ain't splitting a penny with you. The only billionaire that actually allows you to monetize you directly in a big way is Jeff Bezos, which is why I'm glad he's the richest person in the world. He's sharing the wealth. Sure, he got wealthy, but I know people personally that got wealthy off Amazon. Technically, Instagram maybe makes some people rich, but Instagram does not have a level playing field. If you don't have a lot of followers, you could sell stuff on your Instagram. You're not going to make much. Influencers can make money on social media, but again, the rich are getting richer, the poor are getting trapped. That's why I created this partnership. It's modeled after what Jeff Bezos did. Jeff Bezos said, I can spend money on Facebook ads, I can spend money on Google ads, or I can just create partnerships, tens of thousands of stores. By the way, might not know this, but when you're on Amazon, a lot of those pages, those are stores owned by the people who own that product. Like if you buy a flashlight, it might be the, Everbright. I don't know if that's a real flashlight. Everbright's brand page. You see? So I'm going to put a link below. It's very important. I've set the stage for you. There'll be a link below, or if you don't see it as a comment or a description, you just go, oh, let me explain. Well, I'll put it in. It's TaiLopez.com/partner. And since this is a live call, partner live, go to this specific link, TaiLopez.com/partner live. Instead of me sending $10 million, now I'm going to keep advertising with Mark Zuckerberg at Facebook and Instagram and, Google. I'm not going to, I just want to reduce it. What if I reduced it in half? And I spend more than 10 million. I mean, I've spent crazy numbers on marketing. There's a guy that I did this for in 2015. Can we bring him on real quick? His name's David Woodbury. I didn't even know how much money he was making. I did one partnership with one guy in 2015. You will see. This is a real guy. He is not an actor. He is making, what did he make? He's made $600,000 and his cost has been $6,000. He said maybe $15,000. I said, where do you live? I've never talked to him before. My brother knows him, my brother Ben. And he was a partner with me. I send him between $5,000 and $10,000 every 2 weeks. He said, I've never missed a payment. Let's get him on the line. David, yo.
How's it going?
I've never seen you before. I don't even know what you look like. How are you?
I'm good.
I'm talking about what you told me, what was it, like 3 or 4 days ago, that you've made, what, about 600,000, you said?
Yeah, just shy of 700.
Just shy of 700. And how much have you spent out of pocket costs?
About 15 to 20,000.
15 to 20 grand. So how has that, oh, let me turn the volume up. How has that changed your life in terms of like, what were you doing? You started with me in 2015, right?
Yep.
And you're an affiliate. You have some other streams of income, but I think being a partner with me is the largest, right? Stream of
Absolutely.
income. So
Yep.
what were you doing before? How's your life changed?
So huge change. Before I was in security, in a kind of like an Aspen town. I don't know if you've heard of Jackson Hole.
Okay. Yep.
So I was basically on call 24/7. Didn't have a life.
So you were like night security guard kind of thing or whatever?
No, digital security.
Oh, digital security.
Yeah,
Alarm
so camera systems. And a lot of those homes were vacant, so we would monitor those homes. We had to respond and address issues there.
Huh.
So it's very time consuming.
So what's your life like today?
Right now we're traveling around in a fifth wheel. We're on the coast of Washington.
Who's we? You and your wife?
My wife and I, and 3 dogs.
And you're netting about $200,000 a year from the partnership. Is that roughly 150 to 200?
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
Yeah. So
Last year I did 155.
155. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. My brother set up the partnership because how did you meet my brother?
So funny story. I posted some stuff about you back in 2015.
Okay.
Took off. I ended up getting a cease and desist letter.
Did we? So we sent you a cease and desist. Yeah. So we turned you from somebody maybe, you were like taking our content and putting it up.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And so we just said, hey, how about you can post stuff about us, but we'll split the money generated from it.
Well, right around that same time, I actually found out that you had an affiliate program through ClickBank at the time. Mm-hmm. So I was able to get a link and start the partnership that way. Yeah,
I don't do that much with ClickBank anymore. Now we just do, we have a direct relationship.
Yeah, it's all in-house now. Yep.
How do we send you the money? Do we wire it? Do we mail a check?
So I get a direct deposit.
Okay.
ACH direct deposit.
Have we ever missed a payment?
No, always on time.
Are you an actor? People are so cynical.
Definitely not an actor. No. I'm real.
This is for sure the first time you and I have ever talked besides like 4 days ago when we talked. So,
yeah, for sure. Well, it's awesome to talk to you. I mean, if people want to look me up, I'm definitely a real person. So
yeah, you have a YouTube channel. What is it? David J. Woodbury?
David J. Woodbury, yep.
Yeah, you guys can go check.
Yeah.
Oh, your wife's on there too. That's awesome.
Yeah, we have a little travel blog that we do too.
So when you get around to an area where I am, we need to sit down and do a podcast, man. That'll be awesome.
Absolutely. That would be fun. Yeah, I'd love to.
Awesome. Well, keep making money because the more money I send you, you're making me money. So
absolutely.
It's a win-win, man. All right, David. Say hi to your wife. Talk to you later.
Take care, guys. See you later.
By the way, that was completely real. Trust me, I'm going to go on here and lie to people on live stream that that's a fake person or real, not a fake person. I mean, not a real person. That is a real person. I never have. We didn't FaceTime him last time. He was like wherever he was. I called him for the first time like 3 days ago when I did this first live stream. It was cool. Yeah, you can see his channel. He's an affiliate partner with me. So here's the deal. This is why this is not a scam for those of you who worry about scam. Number one, I've already sent tens of millions of dollars to the richest billionaires in the world to advertise on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Snapchat. You know that because you've probably seen my ads. Nobody in this world, even people who don't like me, won't be like, no, Ty doesn't advertise. In fact, most of my critics are like, Ty, I see your ads too much. It's driving me crazy. Well, that's me spending money and making billionaires rich. But David Woodbury is an ordinary dude in security who now is just traveling the United States with his wife. He made $155,000 last year. He said he's almost made $700,000 since 2015. Okay. And he spent 20 grand of his own money. So he's basically, imagine that business, make 155 last year and spent $5,000 to $7,000. That's good profit margins. That's 90+% profit. Every dollar he brings in, he's keeping over 90 cents, more like 95 cents. So the reason it works is because I'm already spending the money. So that 700,000 I've sent David, or 650 I've sent David Woodbury, I'm happy. I didn't send it to Zuckerberg. No offense. Hopefully he's not going to kick me off Instagram. I didn't send it to Sergey. These guys are so rich, they don't even know how much money they have. How about you getting some of that money? Now, here's what I have. So right now, I have a presentation that explains it. It's a very important video. TyLopez.com/partnerlive. That link will be up for 7 more days. 7 days. You can click the link that's either in the live feed, or if you don't see it, TyLopez.com/partnerlive, or you can just go to TyLopez.com. It's the biggest banner in the very beginning. It's Cashfloww partnership. Okay. My goal for now is 1,000 people. I want to have 1,000 people like David J. Woodbury. Here's why. The way I pay people, let's say David brings me money. For sure, he's brought me more than 700 grand. He's probably brought me $1.5 million in sales to my different companies, and I paid him $600 or $700 grand. On average, let's say people I'm paying between, on average, it depends on the product, high ticket stuff like 25%. I got some stuff I'll pay like 80% commission. So let's say it averages like 40. I want to send you a check because I'm keeping 60, man. The reason I'm keeping 60, by the way, to be fair, is because I'm running the business. I have like 75 employees and contractors just for 1 or 2 of my businesses. So I take a little bit more of it because you have no expenses except referring people. And I'll talk about, if you're worried, I don't know how to refer people. I'll train you how to refer people. Okay, so here's something cool. I have businesses in, number 1, physical. So I own a company called mentorbox.com, which is the largest book club in the world. Walmart's a customer. This is a legit business built out of Silicon Valley. Me and my business partner, Alex, built it 50-50. And I also have a new company you might have seen me launch called Farmer's Box. We ship organic food to people across the United States. This business is global. This one's in the United States. I'm spending money right now on Facebook ads. I'd rather send you a referral partner cash flow check. You know, like the check at the top says cash flow. Boom. Whether it's $100 or hopefully some of you are making $155,000 a year. Okay. Now now you'll have a stream of income that's physical, but you don't have to launch the business. You don't have to form the LLC. You don't have to get the accountants. You don't have to raise the investment. You don't have to build the website and have the programmers. You don't have to have the staff. You don't have to pay them health insurance. I do all that for you. David Woodbury he got a better life than me sometimes, I think. He just kind of chills all day and travels around. He knows SEO, which will be training you. And yeah. Okay, so digital. Well, everybody knows I have digital products. I have my social media marketing agency program. you definitely is a great thing. You refer, you know how much this has made lots of money. And I've spent lots of money on advertising it. But this is a big business. This is more than 8 figures I've created since 2016 with that business. I would have gladly shared it with you. Some of you are just going to review a few people a year, and some of you are going to learn like David, because I'm going to train you how to create a machine. He has a machine. Like literally, he basically ranked with YouTube videos about my products, doing a review. He spent under $15,000 over 4 years. So he spent on average only $5 or $6 grand. He's brought in over 150,000 per year in the last 4 years. It's crazy. So I've got digital products. I've got SMMA. I've got an e-com product where I teach people to do e-com. We have a credit mentor program teaching people. So all this stuff, we have educational digital products. So I'm talking about by the end of today, you can be getting a check. One of you, maybe more, is going to make money today before this live call is even, done with the replay. Because you're going to go get in tylopez.com/partner life. I'll talk about the price. I'll talk about how it works. But I just want to get to this third. Third, business services. So SMMA, like I said, I own the trademark of this in the US. I don't think the UK. I think we have the UK now. So I'm pretty much kind of the godfather of that, of digital social media marketing agencies. Well, I'm launching a new agency that's my own agency, not training other people how to do it. It's not out yet, but it's going to be out next week. It's called profitindex.com. So we basically generate a score between 1 and 100 for businesses, their index score of how profitable their website and their marketing system is. So then we come in and fix it. We build businesses' marketing services, marketing systems. And here's the thing. Some of those businesses right now are paying me 150 grand. If you had referred a business like that, I would be sending you a check for $25,000 just for the referral. 25 G's, one referral. I bet you know a business owner or you have a friend of a friend. You don't even have to know them personally. Doesn't take many $25,000 partner commission checks for you to revolutionize your life. And some people might go, well, Ty, I don't know. I'm either going to spend the money to bring in those clients and make Zuckerberg richer. You do it. I'll train you. So the whole way that this cash flow system works is I'm going to set you up, okay, with a partnership. I have a 10-step cut and paste formula that you follow. 10-step. That'll get you a launch. My goal is you make $2,500 in the next 60 days. If you pay attention to this, I hope some of you do a lot more. Again, if I paid you $2,500, I've made probably 3 or 4 grand. It's in my best interest to equip you with every ninja trick that I have up my sleeve. And trust me, I know a lot about internet marketing. I'm one of the first people in the world to ever do internet marketing, for sure. I know one guy that's been doing it longer than me. He started in '99. There are very few people on this planet that have been doing online digital marketing longer than me. And social media marketing, I was in the beta Facebook group and I was doing MySpace ads. Okay, I was doing MySpace ads in 2005 or 6 when I moved back to Hollywood. So I can train you. Like David, I didn't even train him. And he figured out how to make 700 grand. What if I train you? So I'm going to create an army of people. And these are good businesses, by the way. I see some people, they go into MLMs or whatever, and they're selling junky products. And I'm just like, I don't even want to name the names of these businesses, but somebody's like, oh, I'm selling soap. I'm like, you're selling overpriced soap. Like, is that what you want to devote your life to? We're revolutionizing the education system, the food system, getting people reading more, helping businesses build profitable marketing systems. Like, this is good stuff to build. This isn't some gimmicky, weird thing. So for those of you who understand what I'm saying, you got 7 days. For those of you who are highly cynical, don't go into this. I don't like partners that are annoying. So, yeah, if you're annoying, please don't go into this. That's my advice. Okay. Any last questions before I go? Oh, so let's talk about the price. Okay, when you click this link, you'll see the price. I thought about it. Like, I'm going to build you. So I'm almost done by the end of next week. This is the pre-launch. That's why it's 7 days to get in. I'm going to build you your own affiliate partner page. I'm having to do complicated programming stuff, complicated tracking, so you get all your referrals. I don't want you to be mad you refer somebody to me and somebody else takes credit for your commission. So I got my programmers. I've got about 10 programmers going full time. We've been building the Cashfloww website. It's going to be a separate website. You go to one website, you see all your reporting, how many referrals you did. And by the way, you can get, you will be able to make money just getting people to join my free email list. Now, I'm not going to pay you $1,000 for that. If you get somebody to buy a product on my different companies, you get paid more. But I'm going to even be paying for just free. You can get your friends to join my mentor email list for free. I promise you. People will join. I have a good email list that's gotten millions of people to join. You can start getting your first check just sending a few people there. But I'm going to give you, when you get in the system, you'll see next week, you're going to have a 10-step cut and paste formula. And then I'm going to be just training you, showing you how to do it. It's so much easier than all the other training I've done. In the past, when I taught people how to do social media marketing agencies, they had to form their LLC, build their business, come up with a name, do the marketing, build the product, fulfill, do the customer support. People get overwhelmed. That's why I'm rolling this out. This is the best thing I've ever done in my life to help a lot of people make money. I've done good things that I'm proud of, but this is by far the best thing that I've ever done. This is the best concept. Took me about a month to think of it. I've just been like kind of on a little, if you notice I'm not posting as much on social media, I've just kind of been like, I've been in London, I've been traveling and just thinking a lot because I was like, I want to get 1 million people financially free. 1 million. I don't know if anybody's ever done that. 1 million people. That would be a dream for me. And I hope I at least get 10,000 to 100,000. 1 million will take a while. There's a lot of bad education in this world. There's a lot of misinformation. There's a lot of skepticism. There's a lot of real scams that make everything else look like scams. Sometimes people are like, oh, when I launched SMMA, people are like, oh, social media marketing agency, that's a scam. Now there's like 50,000 in America that I help form. Nobody thinks they're a scam anymore because they're just regular people doing Facebook ads and building websites for businesses. But I'll do the work for you now. So I thought, how much do I want to charge for this? The average cost to launch a business, if you can't cost legal costs, if you count setting up the accounting, customer support, hiring a few people, is about $10,000 minimum to launch like a business, especially if you have a physical product business. Like we have inventory with Mentor Box and Farmers Box. I spent $6 million to launch that business, Farmers Box. I had to buy farmland. I had to buy animals. We had to buy equipment. So minimum a business will cost, one stream of income will cost you $10,000. So if you want 3, that's $30,000 you have to come up with no guarantee, no promise it's even going to do well. So I was like, maybe I should charge $30,000 for partnerships. Look at David Woodbury. He made freaking $600,000 profit. He would have made more if I had trained him. So I was like, maybe I'll charge $30,000, but then that's like the cost of that's like the cost of college. And I'm kind of anti college debt. This world is insane how much college debt. So I was like, nah, let me not do let me not do 30,000. I thought of 10,000. I have a $25,000 mastermind. I thought of doing it there. I have $10,000. We do these round tables. I was like, I'm gonna charge 10,000. We have a $5,000 Greenbelt business program, teaches sales and persuasion. But I just thought I'm going to set this as low as I can. That'll still bring in serious people. Because what I don't want to do is just deal with people who are not in it. So I didn't want to charge $100 for this product. So I was like, okay, this is a 1-year partnership or I'm splitting commissions, high level commission level at the gold level. So I just said community college in Los Angeles is on average $1,000. But I'm also putting a money back guarantee that if you follow what I say and it doesn't make you money, I'll give you your money back. Not one business in the world that you can start today has a money back guarantee. I wish. I've started businesses that lost me money and nobody gave me my money back. So if you follow what I'm saying, you go to tylopez.com/partnerlife. You get in the cash flow system. And like I said, my goal in the next 60 days, you start to create 3 streams of income. I'd like you to set a goal, a minimum of $2,500 you make in the next 60 days. I hope some of you blow it out of the water, because the more you blow it out of the water, the more we make. I know how to make money. What my biggest thing was, how can I pass that on to other people? That's what I've been thinking about for the last 5 years. Before 5 years, before 2015, I was just kind of doing my own businesses. I wasn't thinking about, how can I get other people making money? Starting in 2015 with people like David Woodbury, with launching different programs like Ecom, SMMA, all these, started thinking, I'm going to make a lot of money if I help a lot of other people make a lot of money. By the way, that's what universities are supposed to be doing, and they're failing miserably. You're supposed to spend a lot of money with them in exchange for you making a lot of money. Sadly, people are spending a lot of money, but not even getting a job after. People are spending $100,000 to get a $25,000 a year job. People are spending $100,000 on college to get a $40,000 a year job. Forget that. This isn't even the cost of one community college class. And I can tell you, there's a lot of good community college professors out there, but I don't think there's one in America that's ever done revenue like I've done online. 0. Maybe there's some professors at Harvard, but not at a community college. And they're charging you $1,000 with no refund. Nada. So I've got this for you. Any questions? I got to go now. Literally, this was my hard stop. tylopez.com/partnerlive. Let me see the names of some people who are getting in. Just congratulate you. You got less than 7 days. Okay. Let me read. I get a little report every time somebody gets in. Here we go. Andrew Urbina. Welcome to the group. Let's see. I can see how long you've been following me, by the way. He started following me in 2016. Cool.
2 minutes.
2 minutes. Hold on 1 second. Where was he from? Let me pull up his location. Pharr, Texas. PHAR. Let me cover. I didn't mean to show your phone number, but there we go. So Andrew Urbina, been following me since 2016. My new reporting is a lot better. I can actually see all kinds of stuff. Okay, Daniel Bowsey. Here's a picture. I'll cover the phone number so you don't see his contact info. Daniel Bowsey. He's been in my program since June, been following me in my free email since June 16th. Wait, that's today, isn't it? So he just started following me today. Cool. That's from ads that I spent on Facebook and YouTube, by the way. I could have given you that money. I could have written some of you a check if for like $300 or $400. By the way, if you're worried, Ty, is this going to work for me? I don't have a lot of social media followers. I'm shy. I'm introverted. For you introverts and shy people, I'm going to show you how to automate it and do it behind the scenes. You could tell David Woodbury's kind of not super extroverted. So for those who are extroverted, I'm going to show you how to supercharge this. I'm going to show you how to build a team of people who do the work for you. I'm going to show you how to use email marketing, how to use your social media, how to grow your personal brand, whether you're shy or not. If you're too shy to do that, I'll show you other ways. So click the link below, tylopez.com/partnerlive. You got 7 days left. I'm closing up this gold cash flow partnership. Talk to you soon.